Good, everybody. I'm your girl, Honey Ray, and when I got somebody in the background, there's a story to be told, and the light is going to be shined on it. Let's get into two stories today, Quadir and Nazir Lewis, and Kyren Lacy's story. And I'm going to give you a thorough background of my opinion and from per research of why I think both of these cases cannot be compared to each other because we will lose the value of each story. Let's get into it. As you come along with me on this journey with my iPad in tow, just know I'm about to spill the real spill. Today we'll dive into two tragic cases, both heartbreaking but very different. First, we'll be talking about Quadir and Nazir Lewis and the update of the devastating double suicide that shook so many hearts. Then we'll move into Kyren Lacy and the tragic events surrounding what Louisiana police officers decided to do by using their badge for a tool as corruption. Now, these two stories can't be compared, but they both deserve to be heard. Because here's the thing with us and with our community, especially as black people, we sometimes fall into the habit of comparing tragedies that have nothing to do with each other. When we do that, you know what we do? We stop listening, and that's where we lose the lesson. So today, I want to give you both stories from my perspective, with my opinion and with the facts. I want to welcome you to my page. Let's get into it. Now, the GBI, the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, has been nothing but transparent when it comes to the case of Nazir and Quadir Lewis. But the thing is, not everyone sees that transparency. And that's because so many of us have grown up watching a justice system that's filtrated and saturated with corruption. It's hard to believe in anything that comes out of the system that's failed our people so many times. But I'm here to tell you, you can't put all your eggs in one basket, because if that basket drops, every one of them might break. What I mean by that is, not every story and not every investigator is tied to corruption, but some are. And those are the ones we've got to keep eyes on. Those are the ones we need to call out, report, follow, so they don't keep hurting our community. Now, in this case, the GBI took over because they wanted to make absolutely sure the tragedy involving the Lewis twins wasn't racially motivated. But let's be real, the GBI hasn't always been spotless. We've seen corruption in the past, especially when we think back to Lowendale's High School in Valdosta, Georgia, in the case of Kendrick Johnson. And we all remember how that situation got tangled up, even involving an ex-ABC agent who had enough power to make things disappear, or at least pause the process. So what I'm saying is this: let's place fault where fault belongs, not where we want it to be. Let's look at the facts in front of us and understand the story for what it really is. Because in the Lewis's case, evidence was found, real evidence. Investigators uncovered internet searches, ballistic reports, and gun residue on both twins' hands. Those reports showed that both Nazir and Quadir handled the weapon and both fired the gun. That's the truth as it stands right now. And from here, we're going to keep breaking it down, piece by piece, y'all, because every detail matters when you're talking about real people, real lives, and real loss. I want to reflect on the emotional reflection of the bond between the twins in my perspective.